Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Waukegan City Council meeting, March 2nd, 2015. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling.
Here.
Alderman Newsome.
Present.
Alderman Tempest.
Present.
Alderman May.
Present.
Alderman Valco.
Present.
Alderman Rivera.
Present.
Alderman Cunningham. Present. Alderman Conken.
Present.
Alderman Moiseo.
Present.
Please stand. Bishop Coburn, the invocation and the pledge.
Let us pray. Father, we thank you again for another city council meeting. Thank you for our mayor and for this council. Thank you for our city. We ask your blessing to continue to be upon it. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you look around the council chamber, you'll see some artwork. It was provided by the students of Waukegan School District 60. It's their art show. They will be in this room on the 25th for a special exhibition for more students. So if you have an opportunity to look at the art, and please come on the 25th. The second thing I'd like to talk about, we met with MAP, the Sergeants Police Union, last week. We settled the contract with MAP. They will have a contract once it's ratified by our city council and their members. We are working diligently to resolve the issues with SEIU, Teamsters, and firefighters, and hopefully before 2017, the PBLC, which is our patrolmen's union. The problem with that is we have a arbitrator involved, and the next meeting for PBLC is not till July. So we can't even talk to them until July. Hopefully at that time we can resolve that dispute. Audience time, Jane Ferry. I'm sorry, Jane.
It's abbreviation, that's nice. I'm Jane Ferry, 531 Leith Avenue, and Executive Director of Waukegan Main Street. A lot of good things are happening downtown. A new comedy called Before I Do at Three Brothers starts this Friday, or next Friday, March 13th. Constant State of Panic at Clive Wise kicks off in April, and shows at least 1 or 2 nights every single weekend are at the Genesee Theater for the next 3 weekends. Even during these colder months, the draw of downtown continues to be entertainment, and Waukegan Main Street is excited to be part of that activity. Recently, a few people have asked, what does Main Street do? So I thought this might be a good time to give you a little lowdown on some of the things that we've been working on. The staff regularly meets with all businesses in the downtown area just to see how things are going. Is that you? And to hear the rumors on the streets. This lets us stay current with the good and not so good, and it lets us help people where we can. Thanks to volunteers, we email a calendar of events to 2,500 individuals. Signing up is free and easy, and for our Main Street businesses, the publicity of their events, whether it's Chinese New Year's at Fong's or Trivia Night at Greentown Tavern or karaoke at 17 North is invaluable. We also partner with other organizations such as Waukegan Chamber of Commerce and the Greater Waukegan Development Coalition to host everything from ribbon cuttings to the Prairie State Cycling Series Criterium Bike Race to Think Tank. Think Tank allows us to work with one business at a time on a specific issue, and the issue is theirs. Whatever keeps them up at night, that's the way we say it. There's a lot of experience that goes around the table, and we check back with them. We work with them for about 3 months, and then we check back with them 6 months later. We also work with other entities, such as the city and the Park District on large-scale events, and we provide funds for member businesses to update their signage, lighting, and awnings with our SLAP program, the latest being Three Brothers Marquee. If you've been downtown, you've seen it. And we strive to honor our past and celebrate our future by bringing more people and more businesses to downtown Waukegan. If you have any questions, please do feel free to call me at 847-623-6650 or check out our website, waukeganmainstreet.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Calvin Mathis.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor.
didn't finish my point the last time I was here. Calvin Mathis, 528 Leith Avenue. I'm starting my clock 10 seconds early because you consistently showed me about 10 seconds, but I'm going to be on time this time. Because last time I was here, I was talking about diversity, and the point I wanted to make is that I believe in diversity because we're all products of the environment that we come from. And that's where our opinions come from. Usually we develop, in our young age, we develop certain, I'll just say the word, we develop certain prejudice in general. And prejudice really sometimes is not a bad thing. I mean, you walk down a dark street, you're gonna judge people. I mean, according to the way they look. Now that's right or wrong, but it's just an element of survival sometimes. But sometimes it's unfounded. But in the city, in government, we need diversity, only because of the fact that we bring certain types of opinions. I was here earlier, I was listening to Mr. Beeland, he didn't even understand why we need laws to prevent discrimination, because people have different opinions toward different people because of where they come from. In today's world, we have the call of the day is from sexual orientation. Race has always been an issue. Immigration is the big issue today. This is a government by the people, for the people, and of the people. And that leads me, I'm going to use the rest of my time here, the minute and a half I have, to talk about the process. I see the gentleman is here that wanted to run for alderman from the 6th Ward. I'm going to kind of change the subject now because I couldn't believe what I heard during the last meeting I was here. The process, Ms. May, Alderman May only questioned the process. She even apologized if someone took it personal. And as I listened, I noticed that the process was convicted just in sitting here. So you guys might want to consider this process, and the way I understand it, the alderman, the ranking alderman had to step aside so that the second ranking alderman could step in to decide if the signatures were proper. And the mayor, I guess you're one person in the county clerk, the city clerk. And so you guys sit beside one another, you're gonna develop a relationship. And there may be a conflict of interest there. In fact, I think I saw a conflict of interest. If you go back and listen to the words that the alderman of the 1st Ward said, he pretty much convicted the process. So you guys may want to look at that process again. And Alderman Valco, he did say something about the process also. And so that's I think that's it for my time. I appreciate you, Mr. Mayor. Let me go a little bit over. Thank you.
I'm just making up for that. Thank you. Chris Blanks.
Brother Blanks, 409 Oak Street, founding chief president of the Black Abolition Movement for the Mind. I want to speak on the library board, if you will, and that process. Dr. Charmaine Harris, correct me if I'm wrong, was appointed to that board by the Waukegan City Council. I guess I'm a little perplexed at that she would receive a call from our mayor on Friday, the 21st, at about 4 p.m.
Mr. Blanks, do you want to talk about personal issues here? No one's mentioned a name except you.
But no, this is a process that we're talking about, and she is a public figure, and this is a public situation here. So this is not private. This is very open and city related. And I have a problem with the fact that the mayor will call her on the 21st and tell her she needs to resign her resignation. There's a problem there because the process was not done right. And the fact to receive an intimidating call of that nature, telling this lady she has to resign her resignation, I think is totally unfair, inappropriate of the process. Now, if we're going to talk about diversity, we can go all the way back to Ms. Eunice Sanders. There's a problem with I have to say again, with diversity in the process, here are two African-American or black women who have been appointed, and yet, for some reason or another, the process, there's a problem with it. Now you have a lawsuit based on Miss Eunice Sanders, who has filed against the city because the inappropriate and the lack of sensitivity towards her. And I think it was definitely insensitive as to call this woman at her job and to tell her that we need you to resign. Your resignation was totally inappropriate. I think there's a process. You could have called her in, sit down and talk with her, or brought her before the city council who appointed her. But to call this lady at her job and to tell her to resign her resignation is totally inappropriate, unbecoming, and unprofessional as a mayor of this city.
That's all for audience time. Minutes, motion to approve the minutes of February 17, 2015. Alderman May, second by Alderman Newsom. All's in favor? Opposed? The next item is resolutions, proclamations, presentations, and appointments. We have a resolution, as many of you may know, the governor is trying to cut costs in the state of Illinois. What he's proposed would cost the city of Waukegan $4.5 million. This proclamation sends a message to the governor that we as a community and municipality cannot afford to cut our budget by $4.5 million. Motion by Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Valco, to approve a resolution as presented. Maria, would you like to read that?
Whereas municipalities are frontline providers of government services to citizens, and these services include police and fire protection. It is infrastructure, water, sewer, and utility services, and snow removal. And whereas the state of Illinois has a long-standing tradition of collecting tax revenues on behalf of municipal governments, and municipalities have relied on shared income tax revenue to provide services to taxpayers. And whereas municipalities have fewer options to raise significant revenue and rely on the full amount of revenue that the state collects on their behalf in order to fund the essential quality of life services expected and relied upon community residents. And whereas the governor proposed a 50% reduction in the local share of the income tax during his 2016 budget address, reducing local revenues by over $600 million. And whereas the loss of this state shared income tax revenue will result in an elimination of countless jobs, local tax increases, programs, and services cuts, and could increase debt burdens that would be felt by all citizens. And whereas the city of Waukegan would lose $4,702,500. Now therefore be resolved that the city of Waukegan urges the governor and the General Assembly to protect full funding of the local government distributive fund and other revenue sources that allow local governments to provide for the health, safety, and general welfare of this residents, dated this 2nd day of March 2015.
The motion is by Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling?
Aye.
Alderman Newsom?
Aye.
Alderman Tempest?
Aye.
Alderman May?
Aye.
Alderman Valco?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham? Alderman Conken?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye. Next, Judiciary Committee, Alderman Rivera, please.
Thank you, Mayor. The Judiciary Committee came to order at approximately 5:02 this evening. And first on the agenda is zoning calendar 4.1. Adopt an, as presented, an ordinance approving zoning calendar number 2444, conditional use permit for a banquet facility. And the petitioner is Martha Rosales and Gus Comatos, who is the owner of the property. And Martha is the petitioner for this conditional use. It's located at 1550 Grand Avenue, which is in the 5th Ward, which is Edie Newsom's ward. And I so move.
Motion by Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling?
Aye.
Alderman Newsom?
Aye.
Alderman Tempest? Alderman May? Aye. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham. Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Item B, adopt as presented an ordinance approving zoning calendar number 2445. Petitioner, Cristo Rey High School, St. Martin College Prep. Text amendment to section 8.4-4 of the zoning ordinance, making private secondary schools a conditional use in the B3 General Commercial District. And I so move.
Motion by Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May. Aye. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
I have a question, Your Honor. This is not coming off the tax roll because of this. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Because it's, the zoning change is going from a business district to a proper school, zoning.
Estimate, Tina, of what, how much tax revenue we're gonna be losing on that? I'm sorry?
Your Honor?
Russ?
But if I may,
No, and I'm not talking against it, I'm just
no, I know.
making
I
a,
know.
yeah, go ahead.
I spoke to that at the committee meeting. I think it's a good thing because I think we all know, I said, if you have a school in your ward or schools in your ward, this is sort of welcome because
Right.
it gets the traffic congestion out of there. And I think that is important. And I don't think that there's a shortage of commercial property available in Waukegan that, so one, off the tax rolls, I had the same concern, Alderman Cunningham, it's coming off the tax rolls, it is a big piece of property. Kmart has it for one more year, so we'll get some tax out of that, and then it's gonna go to them. But I was concerned about that, but in the end, I still think it's a good project because we have other commercial property that's been sitting for a long time, and no one's done anything about it, that's why, if this was the only one, I would be concerned, but with all the other ones we have, the one on Lewis Avenue, the one down the street from that one, and plus the fact that we just annexed all that land and all that's coming in, so to me, I don't think it's
Yeah.
that big an issue, but I did
And if-
voice that concern.
And if I may add, Alderman Cunningham, not only, you're looking at 400-plus students going to the school. So you're looking at, sure, we may lose, some tax revenue there, but you'll gain it with the other places, with the restaurants, just, we'll gain sales tax revenue there. And plus the fact that, what are we, as a council and as a city, what have we been looking for to increase our housing sales, our homes, to increase our tax revenue as well? How do you attract young families? You attract young families by having more options with better schools. With schools like St. Martin and Cristo Rey, which would be an excellent choice there, an excellent option for a young family to come into this community, to buy property and invest in this community. So there are other ways that we can gain as well, Alderman.
Alderman, it sound like you and getting ready to say charter schools on this. I'm just kidding, Your Honor. I'm just kidding.
Look,
Only kidding.
I understand,
But- yeah,
I understand that part too, but I also understand that we need to attract those young professional families.
Yes, we do.
in this
I'm not. There is one more concern, and maybe I should talk about it offline. But as Crystal, are they here? I know they're here. Are they
Yes,
here?
they're here.
When are you guys planning on leaving? Your departure time estimate?
Well, Kmart, we can't move until the Kmart lease.
Right.
Okay. Okay, yeah, all right, no problem. And I know we're going to look forward to working with you guys in the future, and I know you've been working very, 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 very hard to find a location, and I will say he tried to stay within that city confined where his students are at, but because of the growth and the success of that, congratulations to you. I know this has been a long time coming. My vote is aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Item C, adopt as presented an ordinance approving zoning calendar number 2446. Petitioner, Crystal Ray High School, St. Martin College Prep, located at 3110 West Belvedere Road, the conditional use permit for a private secondary school. And I so move.
Motion by Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Item D, adopt as presented an ordinance approving zoning calendar number 2452. Petitioner, the City of Waukegan, located at 200 East Seahorse Drive, map amendment from I-2 General Industrial to R6 General Residence. And I so move.
Motion by Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call,
I have
please.
a question.
Alderman Beedling.
This building was sold to an investor, correct?
Correct.
I never saw this come up in any planning and zoning. I looked through the minutes as per your email. I did, last February, this is March 2nd, so that would be February 2015, nothing there. I looked in February of 2014, nothing there. January, March. What's going on here?
Russ, can you come
Well,
forward? Can you come forward?
Go ahead,
please,
Russ.
to the
Come
mic?
on up, Russ, if he's here. Thank you. But there was a public hearing on this matter, Alderman Beedling.
Benner,
But go
was
ahead,
on the Planning and
please.
Zoning Commission meeting last month. It received unanimous recommendation for approval.
I didn't see it on the city minutes. It wasn't even on the agenda.
For the Planning and Zoning Commission, it was, yes.
Commission.
Really?
Yes.
It's right here.
Who is Night Owl Holdings?
A group out of Detroit, Michigan.
Do you have any names?
Bill Holtz is the person who represented that group. We did meet with Mr. Holtz.
I spoke with him today, and he said he doesn't want the zoning change. So where's this coming from?
It's coming from the city, and it's based on the master plan. We did meet with Mr. Holtz, like I said, the mayor and Lynn, and Dave Marion and John Antaramian and I. At that time, when we asked him what his plans were for the building, he handed us our master plan and said, "This is my plan." We told him, "Okay, we're going to proceed with rezoning the property." He said, "Fine." So we were on the same page. I can't tell you why he might have changed his mind, but as city council, you do have the right to rezone this property.
Well, once again, I read that master plan that I think we paid $650,000 for. And once again, I think the city made a big mistake, starting with the Urban Land Institute. Agenda 21, crowding people together in big metropolitan areas. Nobody wants to live like that. Condos on the lakefront, who's going to spend $300,000 for a condo on our lakefront? The gentleman doesn't want the zoning changed. Why don't we let him look the building over and see what he wants to do? In my preference, it's as a taxpayer, if he can open up some manufacturing or anything in there, putting it on the tax rolls for that purpose, I would much prefer to see that.
Alderman, he's a scrapper.
This
He
whole
takes
thing
buildings
smells to me,
apart.
I want to hold it over.
Well,
There needs to be some open discussion on
There
this.
was open discussion, there was a public hearing. The master plan is a council-approved master plan, and the rezoning is in conformance with that. Mr. Holtz had the opportunity to attend that public hearing and didn't. Like I said, he said he was in support of the rezoning. I do believe that there is a market for lakefront residential property. I think you can see that in various neighborhoods in Chicago and Milwaukee and other neighborhoods that did struggle too. This is a unique piece of property. And as we prepare to market our 30-acre site to the north, any prospective developer is going to want to have any doubt removed about what's happening on the property adjacent to it. So I see no reason at all to hesitate on this. It's been in the master plan for years. We will recommend rezoning other properties as well. But this is completely in concert with the council-approved master plan.
Can we, I think the gentleman's here, can,
Well,
I'd like him to
he had an opportunity
He had an
to
opportunity.
speak at the Planning and Zoning Commission. He didn't show up. We also had a sign-in sheet this evening, didn't sign that either.
well, number one, that's a very heavy-duty building. There was massive machinery in there. And I remember when Bob Sabanjan was the mayor, 10-foot thick concrete floors, along with everything else, possible pollution. The standards are much different to remediate a site for residential than commercial industrial, correct?
We're well aware of the standards.
So,
Noel, can you please come up here and explain what this LLC is?
Yes.
And then he has no standing in this LLC,
And also,
please?
Alderman Beedling, believe me, our staff has done their research on
Absolutely.
both sides of the story here, okay? And I put my ultimate trust on the research that our staff has made in regards to this property.
they're gonna
But go
tear the
ahead,
building
Noel,
down, or what
please.
are they gonna do?
Yes, he's going to destroy the building. He's going to take the building down for the scrap material in the building. That's what he's going to do.
Are they gonna remove the building, the current owners, are they gonna remove the building in its entirety? Or
Well,
are they
there-
gonna scrap the building and move on?
That's exactly what happened. It happens on occasion. Yes, it does.
Well, as a taxpayer, I don't want to buy into that liability. If you think the city's going to buy that property?
I offered to buy that property, yeah.
It currently pays real estate taxes of how much per year?
I don't know.
150,000, I was told? Is that correct?
Noel, please explain.
The total real estate tax is $150,000 approximately. You wanted who the owner was?
Explain what's going on here.
Sure. The building, the taxpayer on the building is Night Owl Holdings LLC out of Troy, Michigan. There is no LLC in Illinois registered to that name. The LLC in Troy, Michigan, registered as Night Owl Holdings LLC. The resident agent is Christopher Kuza, or Kauza, K-O-U-Z-A, at that address in Troy, Michigan. Mr. Holtz's name is not on any of the paperwork on the on the state of Michigan website for the LLC.
So,
Well, he called me
Counselor?
this afternoon, and how would he even find out about it? I don't understand. It's,
As is required by state law, the property was posted. There's been a sign in front of the property for the last 45 days. Legal notice was placed in the newspaper, and property owners were notified by certified mail.
I don't even know who these Night Owl Holding people are, other than Mr. Holtz said he was part of Night Owl Holdings. I'd like to a little more transparency here first, before we move on anything like this, because it sounds like the city inevitably wants to take over that property. And you know what? That's a liability that the taxpayers of this community shouldn't have to bear.
Lisa, please.
So, Alderman Beedling, I took it upon myself to do some research and had some conversations in City Hall. When I remember when we were negotiating or trying to talk to Bombardier or BRP about purchasing, the city, before we were willing to do any purchasing of property, we were very concerned about the environmental standing of this property. And we were not going to purchase it without knowing ahead of time what kind of environmental problems we would take on. And that's why it never came to fruition. So a developer comes in and purchases it for a song and a dance and takes on the environmental responsibility without having any environmental testing. So then you dig a little deeper, and all you have to do is go to Google, and then you find a failed project in Evanston, and then you find another failed scrapping incident in Detroit. And so the history is questionable, and I think we have reason to be concerned. And you and I disagree on the master plan. I'm a supporter of the master plan. But I think that the issue here is beyond the master plan.
Correct.
Because if someone comes in and takes the valuable material out of that property and then leaves town, guess who's stuck with it?
Alderman, we asked him to post a letter of credit for $2 million and go in the building and take all the scrap he wants out of that building. He hasn't done that. We haven't heard from his attorney. There are environmental issues there. Right now, the black tar is leaching underneath the building onto our property. Okay? We know that that property, it would cost millions of dollars to remediate. We know that. But we can do that because we can get grants from the federal government, brownfield grants to do that. That's why I made an offer. I suggested we purchase that from him. The purpose now is no letter of credit. He goes on the property, starts taking out property, all the steel, all the metal, all the copper, and leaves. Where are we? Now we've got a building with contaminants all throughout, and we know that's a fact, and he's gone. The LLC is gone. It happened in Detroit, and it's not going to happen in Waukegan.
Why is his name listed on?
I have no
how does-
idea. He has
I don't
no
understand.
documents indicating he's part of the LLC. He is not a registered agent of the Night Owl Holdings LLC, and he's not registered with the LLC. So you tell me why a person who's not part of that organization on any form of paperwork is coming before city council complaining about his supposed property when his name is nowhere on the documents on the LLC.
I can't answer that question.
So why are we talking about it?
You can buy a building in this community and scrap it without,
Not anymore. You passed an ordinance last council meeting addressing that concern.
so he can't really go anywhere with the building
Not
he
without
owns.
posting $2 million in a letter
All
of
right.
credit.
So in the end, I'd prefer as a taxpayer, not to purchase that property and take it off the tax rolls. I mean, I suppose people can just walk away from it, but, I mean, who pays to tear these things down? That, I
We
would
could-
imagine
We
very
could take that
expensive.
building down and get money back in return. A
You don't
person
get
who
anything back for
scraps,
concrete.
a person who scraps that property will make a substantial amount of money just in the metal, steel, and copper.
Yeah, there's a lot of bricks and masonry and
Yeah.
concrete in that building. You
Well-
don't get any money for that.
I can almost guarantee you, what he told me it was gonna be was, he was gonna convert that building into condominiums and a shopping mall. Now, I'm not that stupid.
Call for the
It'll be a
question.
different story.
Yeah,
Call for the question.
yeah.
Alderman Beedling?
I withdraw from that. I'll
Okay,
Alderman-
motion by, it's, okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Alderman Newsome? Alderman Newsome?
I don't have all the facts either, I really don't.
I'm supporting it. We've been through this.
Steve, you reviewed all of these.
It's-
from A to Z. Okay, I feel like this is the appropriate ordinance, and it was not targeted. It's an ordinance to master, we can consist with our master plan. Thank you.
Alderman Newsome?
You investigated it thoroughly.
Alderman
Absolutely, our
Tempest?
staff did, no question
Alderman
about it.
Tempest? Alderman May? Alderman Velco?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham?
Yeah, I'm going to vote aye, but I want to say that I am not a fan of us changing ordinances on buildings, particularly when we are in the position of Mike thinking about buying. I'm just not comfortable with that, I'll be honest with you. And I'm not comfortable with that, Your Honor, and Steve, so I don't want lawsuits. I'm tired of lawsuits, I really am, and this has the making of putting us in some mess, you know? So that's, Your Honor, and Steve, I'm going with Steve, I'm going with you right now. I know you're a business as a real estate attorney for many, many years and represented many, many different people, so it's an asset here, but I'm following your lead here, but I'm cautioning, I'm not looking for a fight in court, a long battle in court with this. I'm just not. That's the only hesitation that I really have with this right now is it's just sticky. I've seen this before. I've seen it before where we said this and next thing you know, 2 and 3 years down the road, bam. And we're selling out of this. So
Yeah.
I'm following your lead on this, Steve. I'm letting you know right now.
But Alderman, but based on the history of this property and the research, believe me, our case is stronger, in my opinion.
And I'm going to talk about it later, but Alderman, when it comes to lawsuits,
We've
we
seen plenty of them.
always lose because of the dollars that we invest in them.
Yeah.
From a legal standpoint on our side and their side. And the question now becomes, is it worth it? That's all. For me it is now. Is it worth it? And I'm going to show you that and when it's my turn for insurance. Thank you.
Alderman Cunningham, yes or no?
Yeah, I'm voting with the Corporation Council on
Alderman
this.
Conken?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye.
Public Safety Committee, Alderman Conken.
Thank you, Alderman, or Mayor.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Public Safety Committee met at 6 o'clock this evening. We had several items on the agenda. Item A, authorizes the proper city officials to draft an ordinance amending Chapter 21, Section 21-129, parking restricted after a snowfall to remove Baldwin Avenue from Grand Avenue north to the intersection of Baldwin and Granville from the list of streets covered by the snow route ordinance, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Conken, second by Alderman Beedling. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's a draft. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes.
Item B, authorize proper city officials to draft an ordinance amending Chapter 21-121, no parking at specific times from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on school days by removing the parking restriction on the east side of Buttrick Street from Clarkson Avenue to a point 636 feet south of the south curb line of Clarkson Avenue, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Conken, second by Alderman Beedling. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes.
Item C, to authorize proper city officials to conduct an amnesty program for parking violations, fines, and penalties, and/or for vehicle compliance violation fines and penalties. Said program shall be established and coordinated by the Waukegan Police Department Traffic Division. I so move.
Motion by Alderman Conken, second by Alderman Beedling. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling?
Aye.
Alderman Newsome?
Aye.
Alderman Tempest? Alderman May? Alderman Velco?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham?
Aye.
Alderman Conken?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye.
Item D is to adopt as presented an ordinance to amend Section 21-137 9B1 entitled Notice of Final Determination, Chapter 21 entitled Traffic and Motor Vehicles by modifying the type of violation necessary to mobilize a person's vehicle. And I so move.
That word would be immobilized.
Oh, excuse me, immobilized.
Put a
I'm
boot
sorry.
on it. Would you make that correction, Madam Clerk? Motion by Alderman Conken, second by Alderman Beedling. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling?
Aye.
Alderman Newsome?
Aye.
Alderman Tempest? Alderman May? Alderman Velco?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham? Alderman Cunningham?
Aye.
Alderman Conken?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye.
Your Honor, we also had one item for discussion that was to discuss enacting a ordinance requiring people to remove snow from their sidewalks to, especially in the areas around, make it a citywide ordinance, but the main concern was areas around the school so that kids wouldn't be walking in the street and on the way to the school. They could, but that's something that we've sent to Corporation Counsel Martin. He's going to look into it and do some more research before we make a final draft. Thank you.
Thank you. Insurance Committee, Alderman Cunningham.
All right. I want to thank Alderman Beedling for chairing that earlier today. On the new business, authorize proper city official to settle police department workers' compensation claim C 645-12-0072-8-01 for an amount not to exceed $93,059.03. I so move.
Motion by Alderman Cunningham, second by Alderman Beedling. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling?
Aye.
Alderman Newsome?
Aye.
Alderman Tempest? Alderman May? Alderman Velco?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham?
Aye.
Alderman Conken?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye.
And just a note, legal fees on that particular case, $2,313.50. Item B, authorize proper city official to settle fire department workers' compensation claim C 645-13-0079 5-05 for an amount not to exceed $89,068.75, and I so move.
A correction on that, it's 01. Maria, would you make that correction?
01,
It's 01, yes, sir.
so 89,000.
No. The claim number.
Oh, the claim number.
Claim number,
Okay.
yes.
I-
Motion by Alderman Cunningham, second by Alderman Beedling. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling?
I'd like to point out that all of these, there's much more cost than what we're voting on here. There's medical expense cost, indemnity, legal. This one here is an additional $161,856.28 on top of the $89,068.75. Previous one was just as large, and all the ones you're going to hear succeeding this one are, with the exception of one, are very large. Aye.
Item C, authorize proper city official to settle fire department workers' compensation claim C.
No.
Oh, okay.
Alderman Newsome?
Aye.
Alderman
I'm sorry.
Tempest? Alderman May? Alderman Velco?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham?
Aye.
Alderman Conken?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
He stepped out.
Oh.
I think it was I. Item C, authorize proper city official to settle fire department workers' compensation claim C 645-12-00662-01 for an amount not to exceed $89,068.75.
Motion by Alderman Cunningham, second by Alderman Beedling. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling?
Aye.
Alderman Newsome?
Aye.
Alderman Tempest? Alderman May? Alderman Velco?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham?
Aye.
Alderman Conken?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Item D, authorize proper city official to settle fire department workers' compensation claim C 645-14-00953-101 for an amount not to exceed $15,455.48, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Cunningham, second by Alderman Beedling. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling?
Aye.
Alderman Newsome?
Aye.
Alderman Tempest? Alderman May? Alderman Velco?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham?
Aye.
Alderman Conken?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye.
Item E, authorize proper city officials to settle public works workers' compensation claim C 645-05-00281-1 for an amount not to exceed $94,500.
Motion by Alderman
And I so
Cunningham,
move, I'm
second by
sorry.
Alderman Beedling. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling?
Aye.
Alderman Newsome?
Aye.
Alderman Tempest? Alderman May? Alderman Velco?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham?
Aye.
Alderman Conken?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye.
Item F, authorize proper city official to settle public works workers' compensation claim C 645-12-0068-01 for an amount not to exceed, I want to make sure I have this correct, $122,834.80, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Cunningham, second by Alderman Beedling. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling?
Aye.
Alderman Newsome? Alderman Tempest? Alderman May? Alderman Velco?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Am I correct to hear that it was 122?
Yes, that's correct.
$122,834.80.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham?
Aye.
Alderman Conken?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye.
Ladies and gentlemen, as alarming as those numbers were, we have 108 open cases. So now you know where your tax money is going to. A lot of it goes to workman's comp claims, and it's an epidemic. More and more claims are coming in on a daily basis. Finance Committee, Alderman Valco.
Thank you, Your Honor. Finance Committee met this evening. One item is on the agenda. The Finance Committee recommends to adopt as presented the Community Development Block Grant Program Consolidated Plan for the program years 2015 through 2019, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman Newsom. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
There is no old business. There are no reports or communications. New business. Recommended action by Corporation Council. Item A, approval of payroll dated February 20th, 2015 in the amount of $1,399,465.17 and a final payout in the amount of $15,188.51. Motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman Newsom. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Item B, approval of bills dated March 2nd, 2015 in the amount of $1,664,242.66. Motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman Newsom. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Item C, motion to grant the treasurer proper authority to review a letter of credit with First Midwest Bank as required by the EPA in regards to the city's participation in the Yeoman Creek Remediation Group.
Mayor,
Treasurer Schwab, please.
Mayor, City Council, the city is required to hold this letter of credit for $2.5 million by the EPA for the Yeoman Creek Remediation Group. This is a cost to the city of $25,000 a year and is due to the city's past financial difficulties. Our fine environmental attorney, Tom Daggett, has petitioned several times to have us relieved of this cost because the city's financials have improved over the last few years. I'm required to do this 120 days before it's due. Any questions?
Any question by the Alderman? If not, motion by Alderman May, second by Alderman Tempest. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Item D, motion to approve the use of Steiner Pavilion for the United Service, a summer outdoor United Worship service sponsored by the Apostolic Assembly of Church and approved outdoor special event on August 16, 2015 from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Conken. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item E, approval of raffle sales application for the Most Blessed Trinity Academy.
Mayor,
Motion,
I got a
Alderman
question.
Rivera, please.
Yeah, I got a quick question. Is there any way, I know it's not on the agenda, if I can add the Little Fort Lions Club raffle for March 15th?
No, sir. It has to be on the agenda 48 hours prior to the meeting.
Okay, so how can I,
When is it due?
March 15th?
I can, you and I can talk. I can do that as
All
a
right.
mayor. So we'll talk about that.
I just want to,
Okay, yes.
make sure I'm playing by the
Okay.
rules here.
Fine, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ordinance and resolutions. Item A, resolution authorizing acceptance of a donated property to the city of Waukegan pursuant to the Neighborhood Stabilization Program, specifically 2101 Georgetown Lane, Waukegan, Illinois 60085. Motion by Alderman May, second by Alderman Moiseo. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman time, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling.
Good evening. The unpleasant business tonight, at the Insurance Committee, I added it up, $905,407.76. At the committee hearing this evening, I asked our finance director if she could take from today back 1 year and get a total for how much taxpayer dollars we've dished out on workman's compensation with settlements and all the other bills. Hopefully by our next meeting, we'll have that. That should be very interesting. You know, this is a function of the state legislature. Our insurance broker, 2 months ago, we had a couple of large settlements, and I asked him if he does business in the state of Indiana, and he in fact said he does. And ballpark, sir, what would those settlements been in any municipality in the state of Indiana? And he said about 1/3. We paid out about $360,000 for 2 settlements. And at that time, these other expenses weren't listed on our paperwork, so I'm sure it was a lot more than that. The state of Illinois, our state legislature needs to do something about workman's compensation. Could you imagine if you owned a business? You'd be out of business. That's why companies are leaving the state of Illinois. They can go right across the border to Indiana and save hundreds of thousands of dollars on workman's compensation insurance. I think we pay, Madam Director, is it $800,000 a year roughly for our policy? And each claim is $750,000 deductible. So therefore, I'm assuming unless someone gets killed, we're going to be out of pocket. We're out of pocket on every one of these claims. And it's never, ever going to end. Supposedly, they reformed it in 2011. This is horrible. I can't imagine what they did to reform it. I don't notice any difference in the numbers that come through. I wish they would do something that would help the taxpayers out in the state for a change. I don't know if lawyers have anything to do, if this is like lawsuits with 1/3 fees. I could see why they'd want to feast on workman's compensation claims, but the property in the lakefront, in our lakefront master plan, I read the thing. It's actually about 1.5 inches thick. It relies on a lot of federal funding and state funding, but I don't believe it's going to happen. I think we all know that the state of Illinois is effectively bankrupt. Federal government, they're just printing money. They're bankrupt as well. Dream world. In my opinion, as a taxpayer, you know, some people think there's going to be condos down there, and once again, I'll say, if that land was so valuable, why aren't any developers trying to buy it up and develop it? I don't think it's going to happen. In my opinion, I'd rather see industrial come back. If we could find anything to put on there, a taxpayer, an industrial, commercial taxpayer in our lakefront that doesn't use city services, they pay their taxes. That would be preferable to housing. But we keep persisting with this Dream World Lakefront Master Plan. I'd be willing to bet anyone in the audience won't happen in my lifetime. I don't know how much longer I'll live. Probably won't happen in my son's lifetime. He's going to be 28 years old this year. I think we need to concentrate on what a city's mission really is, and that's maintaining our infrastructure, public safety, and community standards through code compliance. That's what we need to do. We need for our school district to start flunking some of these children and get the parents' attention. Stop the social promotions. This has been going on way too long. The school district is the #1 reason that a lot of these 2,000 plus, I think, vacant homes we have that you could basically buy for pennies on the dollar, which a lot of them are in very good shape. Young families don't want to buy them. They know what the school district is. I speak to people in the 4th Ward. Young Hispanic families had one child, waited 5 years to have another, so they had an early experience with the school district, and they'd tell me, we want to try to sell our house, but it won't sell. We want to go to Lake Villa or Antioch, where the school is better. They don't want to put their younger children into this school district. That's the cold, hard reality here. I think there's 5 to 6 schools on the state watch list. The superintendent, last time I made a comment, he had his he did the My Turn in the local newspaper. And according to him at that time, they've made vast improvements. Well, I think last year, maybe a year after he stated that, there's 5 to 6 schools on the state watch list. Is it people don't value education, parents don't value education? I don't know. But if you don't flunk like they used to flunk the kids in the olden days, you know, there's just no pressure. Move kids along, testing out 2 to 3 grade levels below reading comprehension on the 8th grade test. What's the point in moving them into high school? 40% dropout rate, I think, by their own statistics. We need to get serious in this community. Need a little peer pressure on bad neighbors, people that don't respect the law. You know, we're getting to a point in this society where we now make excuses for people that chronically break the law. Well, it's socioeconomic factors. BS. There's no excuse to commit a crime, break the law. Everybody, if you have nothing, the taxpayers provide Section 8 vouchers, free rent. You get food, free medical care. We have a library, a very good library here. Parks. Utilize those facilities. Stop breaking the law. Stop annoying your neighbors with loud parties. Stop beating each other up. Stop shoplifting. I'm tired of listening to the excuses. And this is all because people covet what they don't have. They want something, they don't work for it, but they want it. So therefore, they'll commit a crime to get what they want. I'm going to end right there. Probably should say a little more, but we need to start to do the simple things in this community and do them well. Forget about development. Developers do development. When they see a way to make money somewhere, get a return on their investment, that's when they invest their capital. Thank you.
Alderman Newsom.
Pass.
Alderman Tempest.
Pass.
Alderman May.
Just a quick statement. I disagree respectfully, Alderman Beedling. I think we need development for all the same reasons why you think we don't need development. But as far as the lakefront goes, we just completed the EPA cleanup. I think that has a lot to do with why investors and developers haven't been knocking down our doors. For the last 20-some years, we've had the EPA on our lakefront cleaning up all these different properties. We're finally can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're finally there where actually there's going to be usable land for the first time in my adult life. So I look forward to the master plan coming to fruition. And that's all I have.
Alderman Velco.
Pass.
Alderman Rivera.
I agree with Alderman May too as well. I mean, what's the reason when we spent all this commitment, all these resources in the lakefront to get it clean, what did we do it for? To not, develop? So, and we need development, and I've always supported development. Our taxpayers, believe me, are taking the hit of it, so we need to look elsewhere in bringing in additional tax revenues. So let's not waste time on that. We're thinking about the future. We're thinking about the future of the city of Waukegan and how we expect it to be, 10, 15, 20 years from now. But if we sit still, nothing's going to happen. So we have to be optimistic on how we can get these things done. So I also would like to remind everybody that on March 15th, again, I think I mentioned at the last council meeting, but March 15th, the Little Fort Lions Club is doing their annual steak and egg breakfast, which is Sunday, March 15th, over at the Waukegan Yacht Club. The Little Fort Lions Club has been in this community since 1974, and they've done a lot in this community in regards to special education, diabetes, blindness. You know, it's a very effective organization, which I love dearly. So hope to see everyone there. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. I know I left some packets with the aldermen. If they can need any tickets, I have them right here. If they want to buy an ad, you know, no problem too. We can take care of that. So I appreciate that very much. Thank you, and have a great day, everyone. Great evening.
Alderman Cunningham?
Just one thing. One, I had an opportunity to go over the Community Development Block Grant 2015 through 2019 proposal on which was passed by us. I think you did a great job on this. I also want to commend over the last 16 years, I used to see the same organizations get dollars from our Community Development Block Grant. Ezel, you and your team did, I think, an outstanding job of really balancing it out, identifying the needs within our community. There's one thing I'm hoping, Ezel, that maybe you can probably straighten me out a little bit better. I should say straighten me out, but I'm more clear exactly where some dollars can be going, and that's for our young men and young ladies for summer work programs. When I was in high school, the city of Waukegan had its own version of summer work program, and I tell you, we worked on the beach, we worked on all of the fairs, we worked every ravine that I think, well, who was it? Ray helped me out. What was this? Wow. He was the public works superintendent.
Bob Johnson.
Did he?
Bob Johnson? You were in school, Bob Johnson.
It was Bob Johnson. I think part of it was Walter Griffin. Bob Johnson and Walter Griffin. You couldn't have two individuals you can understand any more deeper than those two. But they were very hard-nosed, and it was just it really helped not only myself but others. All the ravines we cleaned, anything that needed to be cleaned, painted, picked up in the summertime, they had young men and young girls working. I know Community Development Block Grant, I don't know how it fits into all of that, but I would like to see dollars geared toward these young boys and these young girls, 15 to 18, working in the summertime. And I say that because I'm in that county jail every day, helping out with trying to get them the GED. And it's just depressing. It is heart-wrenching to see these young 18, 19, 20, 20-year-old young boys and girls. Harold, you have a point. You do have a point. You might not like it, but you have a point. But how do you make them understand the importance of hard work if we don't get to them early? It is often said an idle mind is a devil's playground. You can't allow 15, 16, 17-year-old young boys and girls to sit around doing nothing for 4 or 5 hours out of the day. God forbid it was 8 or 9 hours. You cannot. They're going to get into something. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be negative. Our schools no longer want them in the... I used to go right after in elementary. We used to go right to Carmen School in the gym. Dodgeball, kickball, whatever, to 6, 7 o'clock at night. By then, you're going home. The YMCA, old YMCA, why was that? You would walk down there afterwards. You had something to do. A lot of these places kind of closed down, or they're limited of how many can go in and can't go in. I know we have the field house, did an awesome job there. But we have to find something for these young boys and girls to do, particularly in the summertime. If not, our police officers are going to we're going to arrest them. If they're doing some bad things, it's going to happen. So Ezel, you tell me where I need to go so we can direct some of these dollars to some of these agencies to make sure we put these boys and girls to work. They gotta work. I learned at 11 years old at Waukegan Fruit Market. I would leave where my mom's home at 7 o'clock in the morning, play sports, and from there, I went directly to the Waukegan Fruit Market. By 10 o'clock, I was back at home. Didn't have an opportunity to get in any trouble. Our young men today don't have that luxury anymore. New laws, you gotta be 15 and a permit to work. I was unloading a trailer of watermelons in the summertime throughout. It is what it is right now, but we have to find some way. So, Your Honor, EZEL, all of those agencies, and I know Lake County has a huge workforce. We have to put 1,000 to 2,000 young boys and girls to work in the summertime. And back then, man, we had a lot of fests going on. I used to love the fest, because it was overtime then. Put them to work. Make them pick up the paper. Make them appreciate Waukegan. That's why I'm an alderman today. Got to find some money to put these kids to work. If not, we're going to find money to build jails with. That's just, it is what it is, folks. Pick your poison. You can pay now or we can pay later. The average cost per inmate, $55,000 per inmate. That's insane. Take 10,000 of those dollars, direct that to a summer youth program. We're going to put these kids to work, and we will reduce the crime. I don't know. We got a lot of officers up here. They know the deal. This is a very good comprehensive program, and it has really touched some great organizations. But we have to find monies to put in with young boys and young girls. I shouldn't say that, but that's what they are. Young boys, that's what they called me, so it worked for me, it worked for them. Put them to work. Main Street, put them to work. All these fests, put them to work. Lisa, put them down on the lakefront. Make them go from end to end, picking up paper. And until we really want to get serious about stopping these young boys and girls from going to jail and not doing anything, that, to me, worked for me, and I know it can work for others. Thank you very much. Good job, Ezel. Good job on this. Thank you.
Alderman Conken.
I'm going to pass.
Alderman Moiseo.
Just real quick, I'll echo Alderman Cunningham's sentiments. I was a public works employee when I was in high school. I did everything. Cut the graveyard, painted curbs, picked up brush, asphalted, all that. Learned my work ethic, I guess, down there. Bob Johnson, who was superintendent, calls us all into the thing. He's two statements. First time you're late, last time you're late. First time you miss, it's the last time you miss. Have a good, with a few nice words in there, summer. We understood it. So if we could do something like that, I think it would be appropriate, because I'm not going to reiterate Alderman Cunningham's points. They were spot on. But I think it's important. With that, motion to go into executive session.
I want to say something. I guess I'm guilty of being an eternal optimist, because I see a very bright future for the city of Waukegan. After listening to Alderman Beedling, I'm thinking about going home and committing suicide. You know, I'm telling you, this city is going to work. What I'd like you to do is start taking notice of the lakefront along the harbor wall and by the yacht club. Take notice of what's going to happen there. And also take notice of what's going to happen along Sheridan Road. You're going to see some huge changes in the next several years. We meet and talk about this city and its advancement every day. My staff meets with me every day. Today we met with a developer, 2 developers, and guess where they want to build? On the lakefront. What a surprise. What a surprise. That property has not been developed because it was in dire need of remediation. It was a contaminated site. That's quite simple. No one's going to take those properties when you've got those those problems down there. We have 2 of those sites remediated almost completely. The OMC site is within a month of being completely buildable. The coke plant is buildable. What we're waiting for in the coke plant is to get 3 feet of coverage. You have to seal that coverage. You have to seal that so they can build on it. So don't give up hope. I mean, life goes on, and in spite of Alderman Beedling, Waukegan will succeed. That being said, motion to go into executive session to discuss removal of a library board member and to replace the Civil Service Commission Secretary and appoint James St. Clair. Motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Valco. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling. Alderman Newsome. Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco. Alderman Rivera. Alderman Cunningham. Alderman Conken.
Present.
Alderman Moiseo.
Okay, on item A, removal of member of the Library Board of Directors pursuant to Chapter 13, Section 1231 of the city ordinance. The recommendation is to take no action at this time. Motion by Alderman Cunningham, second by Alderman Newsome. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling. Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May. Alderman Valco. Alderman Rivera. Alderman Cunningham. Alderman Conken. Alderman Moiseo.
Item B, replace current Civil Service Commissioner Secretary, Commission Secretary, and appoint James St. Clair to the board. It is the wish of the board to take no action. Motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman Moiseo. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Beedling. Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco. Alderman Rivera. Alderman Cunningham. Alderman Conken. Alderman Moiseo.
Okay, before you leave, one of you better get ready because you're going on that board. So let me know by the end of the week. Motion to adjourn. Yeah, you want to go on, Sam?
No, awesome.
Motion by Alderman Cunningham to adjourn, second by Alderman Conken. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
That's what you